Like, I don't understand how you live in a world where what Kyla did was worse than what Aaron did. It's not even close.
Yeah, it's basically nobody.
Aaron, like,
Nobody actually dislikes Kyla for just her interactions with Pixie during that whole like month or whatever after or 2 months after the leaks. Nobody hates Kyla for that reason. Nobody is like Kyla's irredeemable for that reason. There's 0% of people actually think that. And the people who do think that, I guess whatever tiny percentage of people could maybe think that, they're complete morons, right? Like there's just no reason to believe that that's actually the case. Anyway,
like leaking all those DMs of Pixie.
Huh?
oh, is that the case? Is that the case, Selford? Maybe.
Like, at her most vulnerable to President Sunday.
Sulfur? Where? Oh no, is Sulfur a Jstalker, dude? Sulfur. Sulfur, please tell me you're better than this. Please tell me you're better than this, okay? If you're gonna hate Destiny, fine, but you can't be a Jstalker, okay?
And also like adding a bunch of her own fucking spin on it as well in a really
She's not? Okay,
bad
thank
faith
God.
way towards Pixie. And like giving it to President Sunday. We can talk about the risks of being a
Sulfur's
streamer
ban?
sending nudes or whatever to random people
Divine Orb.
online. That's one thing, but giving it to President Sunday when the top
This is what is this? Giving leaks to President Sunday. Not really. Like, unfortunately, this stuff was public. It was all going to blow up whether or not Sunday had any of the information that he had. Right? This is sort of a
Divine Orb
misnomer.
does.
I understand why it feels like a personal betrayal on Pixie's part. But what Lonerbox has to understand is the actual thing that hurts Pixie, I believe, is not so much that in all of this, like in totality. If there were no nudes involved and Aaron had just leaked to President Sunday that like some personal details about Pixie that he put in a video about, let's say,
Hello? Hello? Maybe the nudes are like actually the entire fucking point? Maybe the nudes are the entire fucking point? That's like saying, oh, if humans didn't exist, we wouldn't have Trump. What? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? That's like saying if humans didn't exist, we didn't have Hitler. We won't have Hitler. What? No. That's the entire point. What the fuck are you talking about? This is unhinged. I can't believe, dude. He must be panicking right now.
Pixie was suicidal at some point, right?
What?
If that was the only thing that happened, would Pixie really be as like upset about this whole situation as she is now? How much did Aaron really contribute by violating Pixie's trust? I think we all know that it's a very tiny percentage compared to the violation done by Destiny, right? The violation done by Destiny.
No, it's not. What are you talking about? We're talking about whether or not. Okay, I'll tell you what Straight Rate has done, plain and simple. Okay, Straight Rate is the difference between this drama made private versus this drama made public. That is the difference. Does that make sense? Yes, everyone already knew about the leaks happening. But the thing is that this drama was already being like resolved in private. It was already being resolved in private, period. Okay? So the thing is that like I just don't get why the fuck you're like again, that's a big difference. If it wasn't for Straight Ray doing this, she is the one that exploded this drama. Yes, we can say that, yeah, President Sunday has also in part with this, right? But we all know what President Sunday was gonna do, including Straight Ray. Straight Ray isn't a stranger to President Sunday, right? Like fuck me, dude. What the fuck is this? This is insane. Erin isn't irredeemable, but she refuses to confront criticism. She hasn't either, right? Like, the thing is that I know that you're, like, a Queen and Jstlk viewer. The thing is that, like, okay, but you have to at least admit that, Straight Rate is a dodger, right? She is a listen, if there's anything she has inherited from her, if there's anything that she has inherited from her interactions with President Sunday, isn't it like his perchance to run from conflict?
Is what amplifies everything going on here.
Okay, I wasn't trying to call Loner out for the record. I was just speaking my mind. I didn't call Loner any names there. I like Loner. Was just surprised he cut Tiny off so completely. Okay, all right, just yeah, whatever. Listen, that's just how I read it. Whatever. Every time she was in call with Jstlk and the pixie shit would come out, she insta dips. She runs. Yeah, because she knows she can't win. My comment was anti-straight. I know it is. Okay, and I respect you for that. Okay, thank you. All right. Yeah, listen, we can save Queen Bee, guys.
Obviously, Aaron's a total fucking retard for sharing with President Sunday, like, stuff that would harm Destiny.
No, she's not a retard for that. Bro, fuck me, dude. But she's not a retard for that? but she's not a retard. Maybe she's actually like actively malicious. Maybe she's actually malicious. Hello. Listen, I call her the great betrayer. She's not the great retard. She's the great betrayer, okay? If she's retarded, I would have said that she's retarded. Okay, she's the great betrayer, butcher of orbits, okay? Butcher of orbits, okay? The flagrant of DGG, okay? Like, fuck me. She has a third title, but I just don't say it all that much. Like, the thing is that it's just like, fuck. I mean, I made up that title up yesterday, but yeah.
You literally went to Ahab and went, here's where the white whale is, but you can't go there. This is like exactly where the white whale is, but you can't go there. Yeah, well, it's fuck.
I'm not sure if it's truly malicious. Yeah, but if you don't make a public statement on it and you don't really respond to it in any kind of public way, I'm gonna assume it's malicious. I'm sorry, okay? Because you can't tell me you're not a grown woman here sitting here knowing exactly what President Sunday is and being friends with him for a while at the very least, and you also claim to be like the best friend of Pixie, and Pixie trusts you with all this personal information, looking to you for advice, and you're telling like with all of this information, you're really telling me that she isn't just being malicious? Like, fuck me.
Captain Ahab.
Crazy.
It's Captain Ahab.
Yeah.
He going after the whale, okay? He's going after the whale, whether or not you're best friends for years and years and years. That's always going to happen.
Is there actually 120 people in chat right now? Oh shit, there is. Hello, guys. Guys, okay, if there's this many people in chat, guys, can we please bump up the like button? Also, if you want to support me as a streamer, just remember, I'll always love you guys, and you guys are like the best people ever. Please donate money. Please give me money. Super chat donations, okay, whatever. Man, this is like an entire week. This is like an entire week of like 100 concurrents now. Holy shit. So it isn't just like a one-off day. It looks like it's like it's like every day at this point. That's kind of big. I thought I wouldn't be able to hold it, but you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I've been proven wrong.
We all know that's going to happen, right? Is it really just stupidity, though? Yes.
You guys are great. You guys keep coming back.
Yes. If it wasn't stupidity, she would have went to somebody who would be more discerning about what they were going to put in their video and more discerning with the way this would be released. It was stupidity.
Person, okay?
If she just wanted to go to a big YouTuber, why didn't she just go directly to Nicholas DiOrio and say, hey, here's this stuff going on? Why didn't she go to somebody with 100,000 subs, 1 million subs? Why did she go to a guy with 4,000 subs or 20,000 or whatever Sunday had? Why did she go to that guy? Probably because Sunday was the person she watched before she even met Destiny, right? Probably because she's been involved in politics for a long time. She's been involved in watching or consuming political content for a long time. And Sunday was the person she knew. Right?
God, you can tell like Jstlk is panicking because whenever he starts raising his voice and he starts like yelling at like the mic, you can tell that he knows that he's wrong, except that his ego couldn't handle it. His ego couldn't handle reality, couldn't handle a reality where he is in the wrong or something like that. And this tends to happen more often these days, right? Where Jstlk tends to raise his voice and he starts like panicking and he starts to like fucking yell at the mic or something like that. Like the thing is that like yeah, because before remember every single time Jstlk actually genuinely feels like he's in the right and he's being validated, his voice is calmer. Okay, his voice is actually calmer. His like when he was looking at Lonerbox's like coverage, right? He thought Lonerbox was going to be on his side, so he was going to be calmer, more confident sounding. But now you can see that his like confidence is kind of like slowly slipping away, right? Like it's pretty damn obvious to me. Like when he actually begins to panic and shit. Yeah.
Yes, she went to President Sunday because Sunday is her friend. The idea that it's like clout driven is so stupid. She had far more clout to gain from just hanging out with Destiny.
What?
Right? Can we all admit that like
yeah, but by that time she wasn't really hanging out with Destiny all that much anymore, no? Like by that time, like it's not like she was appearing regularly on Destiny's stream. And by the way, I don't think she did it for clout. I think she did it because she was. And by the way, fuck me, dude. I don't think she did it for clout. I think she did it because she was vindictive at the very least. Okay. or maybe like yeah, or maybe she wanted to leak things. I think she regularly leaks things. I think okay, there's this entire network of like people who are anti-DGG, but not really with the Queenman crowd. I think there's this entire like also group that is like kind of Lonerbox adjacent. I think it's made of people like Smugbug and Wiz and some other people from that space who just pass around information and leaked information. And I think that Straight Array is most definitely like a part of that group where it's like it's not exactly like DGG anti fans as in like the Queenman Jstlk crowd, but it is still DGG anti fans, right? It's still that group. Yeah, and they also talk with Lav and you know whatever the fuck. But yeah, like it is a much smaller group, but it's like it still exists, you know. They are not Lonerbox adjacent. They are Lonerbox orbiters. Yeah, which makes it worse. Okay. Yeah. Just so you know, like it is. Yeah. I like the Pond Scum group. Okay, I'm just gonna say it's the Pond Scum group that does that. Okay, because they have a little gay little podcast named Pond Scum Podcast or some shit. I even went on there for a couple of times, and I thought they were okay. You know, I actually thought they were okay. They're completely unwatchable. Okay, in my own free time. But I'm just saying, like these people pass around leaked information like crazy. Okay, they are absolutely fucking unhinged when it comes to passing around leaked information, okay? From what I know of them, but at the very least. Also Doobie, yeah, sure. But like there's this group of people again that are not like yeah, they're yeah. Punk scum pass leaks? Huh? No, I'm just saying, like there's an entirely other adjacent group out there that isn't really Jstlk and Queenman watching people, but at the same time they still like do weird Destiny anti-fan shit. I don't know, dude.
A Clout motive doesn't make any fucking sense. A Clout motive makes no fucking sense whatsoever. She would just
I think technically Sulfur is also kind of a part of that group. Yeah.
go. She would just defend Destiny if it was about Clout.
Ish.
Thank you.
Topic is
Welcome.
fucking
Thank you for coming
Destiny.
to my TED Talk.
There's no, I don't know, like that's mental.
could be wrong, though.
The fact that she's just kind of like
Smugbug and Wiz are loner mods, so I'm just confused if you're saying they pass around leaks. Okay, so here's what I remember. Okay, there was this one time where I was if Smug is a mod, that's pretty damning. I'm sorry, it just is. But like, can I just say this? Is I think at some point I was in a private group chat, private voice chat on Lonerbox's own server at some point, and I remembered that when Destiny's penis got leaked even more, that like new pics of Destiny's penis came out or something like that. I think that they were just passing it around. They were asking like Lav for it or something. Like they were like in Lav's fucking DMs, and they were like, "Oh, I can't believe Lav accepted my friend request." And they were like passing around some fucking file. I don't fucking know, dude. It's something at the very least. Like fuck. I'm not entirely certain because it's been like more than a year at this point, but like I have heard it myself with my fucking ears. Okay, like yeah, because yeah, and they were playing Rust at the same time. Yeah,
hanging out with a bunch of people who think that Erudite gets the blame, but
and they were just no. I'm just saying like I was there, but I didn't ask to be like roped in at all. Like yeah, but like the thing is that like they were just laughing and memeing about it. They thought it was funny to see Destiny's penis. I don't fucking know, dude. It's weird.
and somehow gets off scot-free. That's just baffling. I don't know. Like, I would actually even go so far as that betrayal from Aaron. I don't think it's actually that far off of Steven's betrayal with sending the video to Rose.
So I could see if I was going to like steelman this, right? If I was going to steelman this precise comment, I would say that like the context here that I'd use to steelman this, if I were to, okay, is that Pixie would think something along these lines. Aaron is my best friend. I am like suicidal already because of what Destiny's done. So like she knows my mind state. And despite my mind state being that fragile, she shared my personal messages with somebody who is very...
What are you talking about? Hello? What? Dude. If I were to steal man,
Very
excuse me.
unlikely because that I give.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Topic is
Welcome.
fucking
Thank you for coming to my TED
Destiny.
Talk.
What is
There's
this?
no, I don't know. Like, that's mental. The fact that she's just kind of like hanging out with a bunch of people who think that
Divine
Erudite
art.
gets the blame, but Aaron somehow gets off scot-free. That's just baffling. I don't know. Like, I would actually even go so far as that betrayal from Aaron. I don't think it's actually that far off of Steven's betrayal with sending the video to Rose.
Oh.
So I could see if I was going to like steelman this, right? If I was going to steelman this precise comment, I would say that like the context here that I'd use to steelman this, if I were to, okay, is that Pixie would think something along these lines. Aaron is my best friend. I am like suicidal already because of what Destiny's done. So like she knows my mind state. And despite my mind state being that fragile, she shared my personal messages with somebody who is very unlikely to be trustworthy, right? In this situation. I think, so on a purely just a Pixies only level, it's like, this is my best friend who I'm going to in my time of need. And they have shared like private conversations I've had with them with somebody else who obviously would be very likely to make them public to me.
Dude, what? You don't think, like, maybe even most of the blame could be attributed to Aaron? At least we can just call Destiny a fucking gooner, okay? At least we can say Destiny. Yeah, but the thing is that Aaron, again, she is the difference between Pixie receiving all of this public attention from it, right? That is the difference here. Because everyone knew about like all this crazy shit in private, right? But the thing is that without her, like the video by Present Sunday wouldn't have been made in the first place and it wouldn't have been blown up. So like no, she is the catalyst for this cascading effect and this apocalyptic like Chernobyl of like a fucking disaster, no? Like it's literally the Chernobyl of like Destiny's fucking orbit. and you're saying, yeah, you know what? Like maybe she wasn't fucking maybe she wasn't like Dyatlov or some the fuck, right? Like Straight Array is like the fucking Dyatlov of the situation, right?
Like to me feels very likely. So like the like she probably had some understanding that Destiny was like a sociopath who didn't really care about her in a lot of ways, right? She probably knew that. She probably had some like there's probably something.
I mean, the only thing I'll grant Straight Array is that she probably didn't think that it would spiral out of control this hard, right? But you're telling me that Present Sunday never told Straight Array that he's making a video on this? Really? You're really telling me that Present Sunday didn't like tell Straight Array, hey, by the way, I am making a video on Destiny right now about the leak drama shit. I would appreciate it if you give me more information about it. And I know that you're close with Pixie, so I was wondering if you can give me any more information. You're telling me Straight Array just goes like, yeah, you know what? Okay, I'll give you the information. Yeah, I know that even though Pixie said that, like, you know, I was her best friend, and even though, like, we have a fucking podcast together, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna give you all this information. We're just gonna do it. What? Huh? Excuse me?
That softens this slightly that like, yeah, I knew this guy was like a total piece of shit. Like I had a feeling, most
Probably
people
when I
have a
told her.
feeling, right? Even people who like Destiny have like a feeling like this guy might
Actually, not 50-50, sure. I don't know, dude. But, like, the thing is that...
actually be a total psychopath. Like he might be a complete piece of shit. He might be like totally reprehensible. I'd say most people know that even when you like him.
Sunday is sneakier than that, but it's pretty damn obvious when Sunday is trying to mine for information, right? Like, when Sunday is trying to go, like... Well, okay, let's see. Is there any information on this? Yeah, but every single time he tries to actually mine for information in private, isn't it incredibly obvious? Like, especially if he's trying to use it for like a rainy day, which he does all the time. Like, he has like leaks, like fucking.
Probably
all
got
the
like a
time.
5, 10, 20% chance there, right? That's the case. So if I just steelman this argument, and I don't agree with it, by the way. I'll just say I obviously don't agree with it because this is pretty easy to understand why I don't agree with it. But if you're gonna steelman it,
Mr. Box is the only dude that isn't being unhinged about this. I agree. If you take into the magnitude in which he's been fucked over, yes. Right. Yeah.
you go this way, right? I hate this devil's advocate shit. Well, that's literally what I do on this stream is I say, this is what I think this person thinks, and then I try to adopt their thinking, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So while I totally disagree with this, and I really disagree with the Kylo stuff, I think straight. It's very easy to understand why I would have a problem with Erudite actively promoting Destiny, despite Destiny showing no contrition and still being just as guilty of every single thing he's been charged with, every single accusation from every person who's come forward on Twitter who's a part of those leaks, right? Every single one of those people has not softened their accusation. Destiny's not proven that that's not the case, right? He's every bit as guilty as he ever has been. Like, at least morally, some of those people might not file legal cases because they're scared, because he is worse than Kiwi Farms. He is literally Kiwi Farms, right? Like,
Literally?
they're scared. People are scared of him. So he might not ever get other legal cases. I have no idea. But, like, he's every bit as guilty. The evidence is all there. There's multiple women who've come out and said, yes, he violated consent here. Yes, our consent wasn't respected. If you need more than, like, 6 women to come out and go, yeah, all of that without consent. If you need more than 6, I don't know what to tell you.
You mean like just one? Where are you getting the 6 from? Fucking hell.
I really don't.
Hello?
Yeah, so given all that, the fact that Erudite still supports with, collabs with, like, loves this guy, goes and tries to proselytize on TikTok for this guy, yeah, that's disgusting to me. Obviously, that's disgusting to me, given her stated morality, right? Because it's not like he's done something to show contrition or show that he deserves forgiveness or anything, absolution for the things he's done. He hasn't done any of that, right? There's none of the steps. So when I listened to Hutch talk about this, I was like, okay, I got no problem with Hutch, right? I have no problem with Hutch because he's gone to NA and he knows all of the steps to seek forgiveness for your wrongs, given like an addiction, right? Given some compulsion. He knows all the steps, and he says if Destiny followed those steps, I could forgive him. Yeah, I got no fucking problem with that. I got zero issue with that, right? Given a couple years and walking through this process, yeah, that's totally fine. No issue. She was just...
Tell me you're lying without telling me you're lying. If your like fucking model like years from now is trying to earn some money off of whatever remains of your anti-fan audience, I don't see any reason why you're going to forgive Destiny anytime soon. I'm sorry, buddy. Like, that is delusion.
being a stupid, silly dum-dum. Okay. If you think that's the position, I guess so. Sure, Lexter Q, go ahead and show me any of the legal documentation, legal filings from that law firm to try to get videos taken down from Kiwi Farms. If you want to show me that, if you can show me that, I will go ahead and believe you here. If you just want to take Destiny's word, like you take Destiny's dick, then maybe another chat's better for you.
God, I wish I had Destiny's dick right now. Oh, boy.
Just saying.
And I'm not the only person who thinks that.
Okay, now that sounds a little bit more weird considering how you had me on Discord. Okay, I need to chill.
Just so you know. It's fucking crazy. But what can you do? Okay, can I do politics now? Fuck me. Horrible.
Wait, is Queeman like with the Q, or is that like a fucking, or was that like a fucking other chatter? Is that the real Queeman with a Q? Queeman? Wait, why wouldn't he just use his account that starts with a K? No? Okay. Alright. Not him. Wait, why doesn't Queeman chat in there anymore? Oh no, I know why. Okay.
Sorry, sending a message real quick.
He's queer, man. Uh-huh.
Okay, let's see here. What would happen after Matter when Aaron was okay at the time
Hassan Dicksucker? Well, you have no idea how little that narrows it down.
to help Desi cover up his sex crimes? Why would that happen after? Why would that happening after Matter when Aaron was okay to help? Well, I think Aaron had very little idea of like what happened outside of Pixie, and I think she probably fuck. Man, I have a way to look at this, but it's all totally subjective. So it's probably not even useful to go into. If you see it that way, if you see it as her like just trying to cover for Destiny, I understand why you might think that. That's not really the evidence is not dispositive of that. I have a different read, but I understand why people would have, you know, the read they have. And that's one of the things where it's like, here's the thing. Everyone will have their read of that, right? And I don't think there's anything that Eric could come out and say that's going to change anyone's mind or how they, like, on how they argue that or how they think about it.
Lonerbox doesn't hate Jstlk or Creeman. If anything, I bet he's heard they ride his belly like that. I think that in addition to this, I think that there is evidence that I think there's evidence that that Lonerbox actually really dislikes what Jstlk is doing, because after that segment, Lonerbox says verbatim that he thinks that some other people covering this is making the overall space worse for him to be in and actively discourages him from participating in this space. As in, like, people like Jstlk and Quayman are the ones that are causing him to want to quit, right? That are causing him to no longer want to participate in this space. So in a way, whoever Lonerbox's video editor is, that's a big L, okay? The reason why that's a big L is because that is actually one of the most significant parts, right? Where the reason why you don't want to, again, right? He puts the blame on other Destiny anti-fans, which, by the way, my video includes that part because we watched the actual VOD. We actually watched the actual VOD coverage of it, not just this one segment, okay, or whatever the fuck. Well, actually, I don't remember. Is this something that Lonerbox said? Was that before this segment? No, 100% he said this. Yes, I remember.
That's why I say I don't really care if she makes a statement.
I remember.
All right. Is it Darius and Xena time? Is it Darius and Xena time? I'm not sure. I got to start my music back up here. That was a good. Oh wait. Hold on. I need to. No. It's not Darius and Xena time. I totally forgot. There's an update. Lonerbox did give us a.
He clearly hates Aaron at the very least, who Jstlk sucked up to yesterday, and is using him to cover his one BS. No, he super hates Aaron. Yeah.
Clarification.
Why wouldn't he?
He gave us a literal clarification on this. Okay, yeah. So somebody messaged him, was like, "Hey, what the fuck happened here? Hey, what happened here?" 1 second.
The most like
By the way, before I like basically said anything here, I messaged Lonerbox and I'm like, hey, I'm pretty confident that like you couldn't have possibly said the thing people are telling me you said. So I don't know if you like need to. Yeah, it's just like that just seems weird that you come out and go, yeah, I don't believe any of these. I think all of these other victims are stupid and faking it. That just seems like absurd. Clarification or a walkback? An obvious clarification. If you've ever talked to the guy, if you've ever like known anything about him, just an obvious clarification, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Artable interpretation I can give for Steven, and is that I think the way he sees it is that if he cedes ground on this, then
if the bridge is nuked, it's nuked, no matter the state of.
Oh, 1 second. Can I still get this Ogre Boy message up? Yeah, if you don't have a problem with Hutch, you aren't paying enough attention to Hutch, or you aren't watching enough Hutch. I do criticize Hutch's political views. I criticize some of the politics stuff he does. His position on Destiny, I don't really have a problem with, other than him the one time saying I've heard some stuff behind the scenes that makes me change my mind. That was probably silly to say.
Well, I mean, Jstlk says this, but he goes extremely hard against Hutch whenever he's covering him, and like being on Ogre Boy's side. Like, I'm sorry. Like, dude. You say that you respect Hutch in this way, or you're trying to downplay how much you actually hate on Hutch, right? Like, the thing is that I don't like, you know what, this is part of the deliberate game that they're playing, okay? Is that what they do is that they will cover someone incessantly and try to cancel them or some shit. Like, both Jstlk and Quayman does this, but then if you ask them for their actual opinions or something like that, you know, Ogre Boy's a longtime Jstlk watcher, right? Yeah, so he's just a watcher. Hutch is the actual streamer. Anyway, the point is that like when Quayman like covers someone and then you ask him for his actual opinions on somebody, like he goes like, well, you know, I don't actually hate him. He's not that bad. It's like, what? What? I'm sorry, but the tone of your streams just come off as completely different. All right? Yeah. Anyway.
But in terms of like the things he said about, oh, I could forgive.
Like your actual statement, your actual, like, at least when I cover Straight Raid, okay, I do actually think she's a evil bitch, okay. So when I call her the Great Betrayer, Butcher of Orbits, okay, Flagrant of DGG, okay, I mean all these things that I say about him, okay? And I do cover Stray Raid in the same tone that I view her as a person, right? The same thing goes with someone like Asmongold, right? With Asmongold, I do think he's evil. Like, same with Hassan, I do think he's evil. With Jstlk, I do think he's evil, right? The thing is like, but then, if you ask like any of these people, like, oh, what exactly is your actual real views on this person? You know, the tone in which they cover these people is like completely not matching, like their actual views whatsoever on the person. It's so cowardly. It's just so fucking cowardly. Like, you want to have your cake and eat it too. You know, like that's just kind of what it comes off to me. You know, yeah, the Great Betrayer. Well, the Great Betrayer, Butcher of Orbits, not Destroyer of Orbits, Butcher of Orbits, okay? The Great Betrayer, Butcher of Orbits, Flagrant of DGG, okay?
Him given this, or his original position of having like a lot of empathy for Pixie and knowing she's in an impossible position, I get no problem with that stuff, right? Most of his positions on all of the Destiny lawsuit stuff have seemed pretty grounded to me. Have seemed pretty, like, fine. I don't really have any issue with them at all.
Your interpersonals and
Okay.
relationships.
Trying to talk about serious
Good
things with a
same
super chat
content
going
is
on. Nice
good.
one.
Also, like 5 minutes Thea behind on stream, so this is probably out of context now.
Thanks. I'm gonna mute chat. Hang on. I think if he concedes on this, then the problem is that it's kind of like open.
Doesn't Ogre just survive with disability? If that's true, don't compare him to anyone who's actually disabled, because he is an insult to anyone who is actually disabled, okay?
Opening the doors to concede on like all.
Bro had his chance to win over Destiny, and he couldn't win over Destiny's like fucking Crayola crayon eating fucking insults, okay? Like, he couldn't even do Bloodsports better than Destiny. Fuck me, dude. Like, these anti-fans are just like so fucking like stupid. Like, dude, it's like they do all the fucking insults on like forum boards where they have infinite amounts of time to prepare whatever own they want to say, right? It's like kind of like shower arguments, right? Like, oh yeah, I would totally beat Destiny in a shower argument. I would totally beat Destiny in a debate or something. But the moment that you actually like go up against Destiny, you get stun locked by the fucking Crayola crayon eating comments. Dude, fuck me, dude. Oh my
These
God.
other accusations that are coming from
GG,
people that
dude. It's over.
probably
You're
most of
done.
which are, or
You had
maybe
your
even all of
chance.
which are just nonsense, right? Like, or just like exaggerated or embellished or whatever the fuck else. Oh, this is, yeah, people were saying that this is me casting doubt on like everyone else who's ever made any claim. Again, it's not specific. I don't think I have any reason to doubt any other person's like.
Oh, I do want to just point out.
And not only that, Destiny had a fucking Invisalign lisp at the time as well, right? Like, he was wearing his fucking retainers. He had the lisp. He sounded stupid as fuck, okay? And still, you couldn't beat him? Really? Dude, really, Ninja? Okay, dude. All right, man. You fucking lost it. GG. You know?
I did talk to Lonerbox as well, like
Thanks.
I said. And I just said, hey, if you, that Kyle Maxwell comment, like, I'd argue about that with you if you want or whatever. Like, I'm probably going to have a difference of opinion there. And like, I don't think I did that. And because somebody said, oh, you're like referring to you, Jstlk. And I was like, I don't think you are, but because I didn't make this comment. Oh, I said, I don't think you're referring to me, but you might be referring to some of my friends, and I'd be willing to like talk about it. And he was like, no. That's like, I'm just mostly talking about like the communities of the fans. That's it. So, boom.
Cherry or whatever else. It's just more that
Oh, I
Fucking
cut
hate
him off.
Lonerbox.
exaggerated
Fuck.
or embellished or whatever the fuck else. Oh, this is, yeah, people were saying that this is me casting doubt on like everyone else who's ever made any claim. Again, it's not specific. I don't think I have any reason.
By the way, Foodshops, in one of your VODs, I remember you said every tiny orbiter who had a fallout turned to be ruined. With some exceptions, yes. With some exceptions, yes. Hassan and Vash are exceptions, just mainly because they had content and they had to stream through it. And I think that wasn't even easy for them. I don't think it was easy for Hassan. I don't think it was easy for Vash, as evil as these people are, right? Like, I don't think they went through a good time. The thing is that, like, at some point, they kind of just gave up on going after Destiny. And I think at some point, they just go like, you know what, Fortress Arc time. Time for me to form my simulacra of Destiny, right? Time to never face Destiny in the world of Mortal Kombat or whatever the fuck, right? Like eventually, you know, that just kind of becomes the case. I think in terms of Lonerbox, it is not that applicable, I guess. But the thing is that with Lonerbox, he's going through the same hard time that Vosh and Hassan has gone through, right? Like right now, he's clearly going through it mentally, right? Like the same like fucking mental hardships, like falling out from DGG's grace, right? Or not DGG's grace, sorry. He still has DGG's grace. But he just doesn't have Destiny's grace, right? That's it. But yeah, like it's just, it depends on who you're talking about. But like if we were to look at any other person who isn't just like a Fallout, but anyone who even beef with Destiny, like fuck, look at Demon Mama. Do you guys remember her? What about Peter Coffin? Do you guys remember him? You guys don't remember them anymore. The reason you guys don't remember them is because they're dead. That's why. Is they're virtually dead, right? That's why you guys don't remember them anymore. Demon Mama, Peter Coffin, Jake the Corn Cob, okay? All right. Michael Brooks is literally dead. Like dude, fuck me, dude. Anyway.
To doubt any other person's like cherry or whatever else. It's just more that I think in my head there I was thinking about things like people just calling him a rapist and shit.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
I think I even said that.
It's referring to Wiz and Smug? Okay. Well, Sulfur, I hope you know that I can't... I gotta be chill with you, too, because I never know, okay? I know that there's some bad blood there,
This
okay?
is like how he sees it.
Why can't everybody just be friends
Jstlk
again?
and Queen and Discord were furious about this clip. No, they weren't. They were not furious about this clip. People...
There are a lot of people in my... Like, okay, furious is like a word, okay? Furious is... I fully believe, and I don't remember, because some people messaged me about this clip. I fully believe that there'd be logs in my Discord of people saying, "What the fuck is Lonerbox doing? This is so fucking cooked." I totally believe that the Discords were upset. Like, he's like, "No, they weren't." Yeah, I wasn't. Queeman wasn't, right? If somebody comes to me and says, "Yeah, Lonerbox actually just said like Cherry's lying," I'm like, "I don't think so, but show me a clip if you want." Like, you'd have to really do hard work convincing me that that's what he meant to say, or that's what he was trying to say, right? That would take a lot. So when people came to me and said that, I was like, you know, and yeah, so he's clarifying now.
Anyone who sees this...
Oh, but yeah, my Discord might have been upset about this. I'm sure you could get some logs. It's a drama Discord. These people like drama content. Of course, when somebody says something that could be framed as inflammatory, they're going to like get up in arms and argue both sides of it. That's what they're going to do with like everything, right? When Destiny opens my Discord logs up and he starts like going over them on stream, of course they're going to go and start trying to bait Destiny. Every troll in my Discord is going to go and start baiting this guy into reading their comments, right? Of course that's going to happen.
clip and gets angry, okay? Who isn't a fucking retard.
That's probably also true.
They're just going to hear that and like...
I could understand people being upset about it. You just asked for
If
him
you
to
know
clarify.
anything about anything I've said about any of this, or just how my mind operates in general, or how I process information, or what I've said in the past in the first video I did about this, yeah, you'd know that I'm not just saying like every other person must just be lying. Like, why would I say that? What?
Oh my god, what is this? This is so fucking good, dude. What? Can we starboard this? Why? Okay, I didn't mean for this high. Okay. Wow, thank you, editor of YMS. Straight Array, the Great Betrayer, Butcher of Orbits, Flagrant of TGG. That's pretty damn good. Based. Yeah, thank you. Good meme. Alright, good meme, good meme, good meme. Okay, you can't put her face over Maria of the clock tower, dude. Because, God, was she Maria? Was she called Maria or something? It was something of the clock tower because she's just too cool. Like, dude, her boss fight is too cool. She's too aura farming for Straight Raid is a loser. Okay, maybe you should have pasted Straight Raid's face over to the Orphan of Kos. Okay, or Orphan of Kos or whatever the fuck. But thank you. Okay.
Possible reason would I have to suggest that? But okay, whatever.
Based.
No, I was not meaning to cast doubt on a bunch of other people. It's just not my area.
Queenman has been crapping on you constantly. What do you mean?
Like, fuck.
Jstlk Discord talked about this for like 4 hours straight, Lamau. It's a drama Discord. Slow news day, bruh. Destiny was probably offline today, and so they didn't have somebody to troll.
The IP discourse is exhausting, which is, dude, yeah, I mean, you can't do that forever, dude. It's just so fucking tiring. Am I being called out? Oh, Queenman has been... Oh, dude. Dude, we have ops everywhere. What the fuck? Are we, like, spreading our influence now? Is this what's happening? What's going on here? First Razzle, now, like, fucking Scarlet? Dude, what's going on?
Okay, we couldn't have our resident Indian accent guy go and troll the shit out of Destiny, so he freaks the fuck out and spurgs about Discord Imager albums for hours and hours. And so there's probably what they were digging into. It's probably what they're laughing about, you know? You know? Yes, Jstlk and Queenman's Discords were furious about this clip. Oh my god! I think it's...
I mean, it just sounds like you're coping, right? You're constantly trying to rewrite things in your favor.
It's so funny that every allegation is just transparent projection, right? Like, everybody who's adjacent to Destiny, all the Destiny fans go here and transparently go and try to shape narrative in Lonerbox's chat, right? It's just very funny. And unfortunately, it's an asymmetric war, right? Like, Queenman and I, we probably have like 20, 30, 40% overlap in audience, right? Like, we got a big overlap in audience. That's maybe 1,000 people, 1,200 people or something, I would say, on the average day, given the start and ends of the streams. Like, we don't have a big audience to go and counter Destiny in terms of him doing this, right? When Destiny openly brigades Pisco's subreddit, or he tells people, like, about he comments on Lonerbox, or just DGG pulls up Lonerbox's thing and they embed it and they all go type in his chat, we don't have the infrastructure, okay? We are like Hamas, all right? We are like a fucking...
Is it also, yeah, it's the male jealousy, sex therapy, sex therapy fucking therapy group, okay? That's what Jstlk server is, okay?
Splinter Cell, okay? We're fighting a guerrilla war. We don't have the resources, okay? Destiny is the American army. You know what? We're Viet Cong. That's what we are. We're in the jungle, okay? We're making traps. We're burying a bunch of sharpened sticks with shit all over them, okay? For DGGers to trip and fall into the pits. All right, that's what we're doing.
This is so cringe, dude.
But it's not like a symmetric war. We're not like trying to go and like brigade people, because there's just no way to do that. You just make better arguments and hope people can understand. You pray that people can understand.
No one's understanding. There's nobody
Queenman
that's
has been constantly crapping. No, I'm saying when you say they're angry at me for saying that, it's like they're not, because anyone who knows anything about me, or like if these people pretend to be familiar with my content or my positions, like they would know.
I do know Lonerbox. I used to watch a lot of Lonerbox.
Did he deadass just say we are Hamas, the Jew stalker? No. He said he's Viet Cong, and Destiny is American or whatever. I feel like you're misrepresenting Jstlk without pushback. I'm in waiting room VC. Okay.